Jennifer Garner, a Hollywood icon, a beloved actress, and a devoted mother, has always embodied grace and quiet strength. From her breakout role in Alias to her charming performance in 13 Going on 30, she has captivated audiences with her authenticity and heart. But behind the scenes of her glittering career lies a life marked by personal trials, none more painful than the one she's facing now. Jennifer is grappling with an unimaginable loss, a heartbreaking farewell triggered by a devastating diagnosis that has shaken her world. What happened behind closed doors? How is she holding on in the midst of such pain? And what does this mean for her life moving forward? Today, we delve into Jennifer Garner's deeply emotional journey, one that reveals the raw human side of a woman the world thought it knew. Stay with us, because what you're about to hear is not just a story of tragedy, it's a testament to love, loss, and enduring strength. Jennifer Garner's love life has long been a subject of public fascination. Her first widely known relationship was with actor Scott Foley, whom she met on the set of Felicity. Their romance quickly blossomed into marriage in 2000, but sadly, the union unraveled just 3 years later. It was a quiet ending, but one that marked the beginning of Jennifer's complicated relationship with love in the spotlight. Then came Ben Affleck, a relationship that felt like a real-life Hollywood script. They fell in love while working on Daredevil, and soon, they became one of the industry's most talked-about couples. Their wedding in 2005 was the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with the joys and challenges of family life. With 3 beautiful children, Violet, Serafina, and Samuel, the couple seemed picture-perfect from the outside. Jennifer became a steadying presence in Ben's life, helping him through his battles with addiction and personal demons. But behind the scenes, the pressures were mounting. After years of ups and downs, their marriage came to an end in 2018, a deeply painful decision for both. Despite the heartbreak, Jennifer never turned her back on Ben. Her compassion and maturity in the aftermath were evident, especially in her unwavering commitment to co-parenting their children. Even as she began to heal, life had more emotional trials in store, ones she never saw coming. After enduring a highly publicized breakup, Jennifer found solace in someone far removed from the Hollywood chaos. She began a quiet, deeply personal relationship with John Miller, a businessman and CEO of Caligrew. Unlike her past romances, this one unfolded behind closed doors, away from the constant glare of the cameras. And for Jennifer, that made all the difference. With John, Jennifer found a kind of peace she hadn't felt in years. He offered her a sense of stability, not just as a partner, but as someone who understood her need for privacy and calm. Over time, her demeanor changed. She seemed lighter, happier, and more at ease. But just as life began to feel hopeful again, tragedy struck. A devastating diagnosis that would upend everything. The man who had brought peace and joy back into Jennifer Garner's life was suddenly facing a life-threatening illness. Though the couple remained private about the specifics, those close to them revealed that the news came as a complete shock, one that left Jennifer emotionally shattered. For someone who had already weathered so much heartache, this became yet another unimaginable test. John Miller, the steady presence who had helped her heal from years of personal pain, was now fighting for his life. Without hesitation, Jennifer dropped everything to be by his side, putting love before everything else. It was a moment where her strength and devotion shone brighter than ever. Friends and family say she became John's unwavering support system. From long hospital stays to grueling treatments, Jennifer was there, never missing a step. She offered comfort, hope, and relentless love, even as the days grew harder. Those who knew her best could see it. She was giving her all to help John fight. But as time wore on, reality began to set in. John's condition continued to worsen, and Jennifer was forced to face what no one ever wants to accept: the possibility of losing the person she loved most. It was a quiet devastation, and one that tested her in the deepest way possible. Jennifer Garner has always been a pillar of strength, but this trial pushed her to her emotional limits. Outwardly, she carried herself with grace, smiling during public appearances, fulfilling her work commitments, but those closest to her saw the heavy sorrow behind her calm exterior. Every spare moment was spent at John's side, creating an environment filled with compassion and care. She also had to face the difficult task of preparing her children for the heartbreak ahead. They had grown close to John, and explaining the situation to them was one of the most painful challenges she faced. As a mother, Jennifer had to put her own grief aside to be their emotional anchor. Thankfully, she wasn't alone. Her closest friends, including Reese Witherspoon and longtime confidant Victor Garber, formed a tight circle of support around her, reminding her that she didn't have to carry this burden alone. Yet even with that support, nothing could truly soften the blow of watching someone she loved slip away. The sorrow was sharp, and the goodbye inevitable. As John's condition worsened, Jennifer began to prepare for the farewell she had never wanted to imagine. Determined to make his final days meaningful, she quietly planned an intimate, love-filled goodbye. It wasn't about ceremony, it was about connection. Together they revisited old memories, laughed about shared moments, and cherished every second they had left. Jennifer refused to let sadness steal the beauty of their final chapter. She ensured that John was surrounded by the people who mattered most, those who loved him unconditionally. She didn't want him to feel fear or loneliness. She wanted him to feel peace, to feel held, to know without a doubt that he was deeply, truly loved. Saying goodbye wasn't just about parting ways with a partner, it was about mourning the life they were building together, the plans that would never come to be. Even in the face of unbearable loss, Jennifer stood tall. With a heart full of sorrow but a spirit rooted in love, she showed the world what real strength looks like. Because that's who Jennifer Garner is, a woman who loves with her whole heart, gives selflessly, and faces even the most devastating moments with unwavering grace. In the aftermath of her loss, Jennifer is finding quiet ways to move forward, drawing strength from the love she shared with John Miller. Those close to her say she's leaning into the things that bring her comfort: her children, her philanthropy, and even her passion for cooking, something she's often shared joyfully with fans. Jennifer has always believed in the healing power of family. In this season of grief, she's staying rooted in the lives of her 3 children, determined to show them that resilience is possible even when your heart is breaking. She wants them to understand that love doesn't end with loss, and that courage means continuing on even when the path is hard. Alongside her role as a mother, she's recommitted herself to causes that matter deeply to her. From championing early childhood education to her ongoing efforts with Save the Children, Jennifer is turning her sorrow into purpose. It's not a distraction. It's a way of honoring John's memory by doing good in a world that needs it. Though the ache of loss remains, she's choosing to carry that love forward, letting it inspire her rather than weigh her down. And true to the Jennifer Garner we all know, she's showing us that even after a heartbreaking farewell, life can still hold beauty, meaning, and hope. As she steps into a future shaped by loss, one thing is clear: Jennifer Garner's strength hasn't diminished, it's deepened. Grief may walk beside her, but so will resilience, purpose, and the love of her children and community. She has never been one to let pain define her. Instead, she uses it to grow, to connect, to give. She will continue to be a light in the lives of others, whether through her humanitarian efforts, her commitment to family, or her quiet acts of kindness. But no matter how strong she remains, this goodbye has left a permanent imprint on her heart. Jennifer Garner's journey is one of love, heartbreak, and the kind of strength that doesn't need to shout to be heard. She has loved deeply and lost deeply, and yet she chooses to rise. Saying goodbye to John Miller may be one of the hardest things she's ever done, but through it all, she remains a powerful reminder of what it means to face life with open arms, even when it hurts. What are your thoughts on Jennifer Garner's strength during this profoundly difficult time? Share them in the comments below, and if this story moved you, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more stories that touch the heart. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.